All right, hard yarners, welcome to this week's episode. We've got a few exciting guests and episodes coming up, but we just did another episode, me and Delby, and we had a bit of fun. But before we get into what we spoke about in this episode is brought to you by alltradescover.com.au. Delby, can you give me some very specific things?
Absolutely. Anything that, like, if you're putting a show on and you need, what was it? Indemnity?
Liability.
100%. They got you covered.
Well,
and also, if you're a sole trader, like, they can fucking cover you. So, sole traders, you are in luck. We have a business that's qualified and specialised in your industry. Insert industry here.
I'm so glad.
alltradescover.com.au.
I'm so glad people are using it as well.
Hell yeah.
That's so good that, like, people hearing it on the podcast and then reaching out to alltradescover.com.au, and then to have their own new social media now. 1-1 on my clock, 111.
Oh,
that's good. Also, Delby, are you a snorer?
Depends on my amount of alcohol consumption and tiredness.
Bad news. Your partner is currently Googling pillow suffocation
No,
laws.
she's not. She doesn't exist. Gotcha, goat.
Goat nose tape can cut the snoring and congestion, give you deeper sleep, and save you your relationship.
Wow, that's where I went wrong.
You need a relationship in the first place, Delby.
No, well, the only one I had, she left me because I didn't have goat tape.
Yeah, well, fun fact.
I just had go away tape.
Well, fun fact, proper nose breathing improves oxygen intake by 35%, Delby. That means more energy, better focus, and less waking up feeling like a dehydrated sponge. Mouth breathers, it's time to make the change. Do you want better focus? You want more energy throughout your day? You won't need another coffee. You just need to close your mouth, literally. Goat nose
That'll save
strips.
your relationship too.
Goat nose strips instantly increases your breathing by up to 35%. So while their mouth tape helps retain you back to a natural nasal breathing, helping you sleep better, perform better, and get the most out of life.
That's right. Use goat tape, keep your girlfriend, make a sex tape. Is that the slogan?
That's way better than what they wrote. That's so
Tail
good.
of the tape.
Oh, love it. That's good. No, thank you very much, Goat Tape. You guys have been absolutely incredible being part of the podcast. Also, this episode is brought to you by Feed.
Feed him, brother.
Feed him, brother. You say that quite a lot, but I say it now. Every time I get my Feed collagen in the morning, I just go, feed him, brother.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for giving me some of that collagen.
I've got I'll bring a whole tub
You
in.
say that every week.
Yeah, I forget. Can you message me before?
Yeah.
I've got a shitload of it.
Oh, 2 weeks. I'm away from tomorrow.
You should see. Okay, well, you should see the size of this tub.
Yeah.
It's fucking like that big, man.
Yeah.
It's a big thing
Putting
of
a large and collagen.
Yeah. So every morning I have my collagen and my creatine, my beef liver capsules. That makes me feel a lot better, and it's part of my routine. So
And how's it sourced? Bio-organically?
It's all ethically, it's all locally, and it's all meat. So it's all meat sourced to make it more bioavailable.
Hell yeah.
So get involved. Feed. They're fucking incredible organisation. They're listeners and they're good people. So get involved with Feed and use the code word for all of them, hard yarn, for a percentage off.
Without the S or with the S?
Without the S.
Hard yarn.
Hard yarn.
Get a hard yarn in your brother.
Sick.
So if anyone out there has a Windows PC laptop that we can lend to Luke Joseph Ryan,
Yes.
I really need one for Tuesday for my corporate quiz.
And
Thanks.
I'm
Messages.
just gonna quickly give a shout out, a very sad shout out.
We didn't even mention it.
I know,
Yeah.
Andy Cracker. He
Rest
passed
in
away.
peace.
Played half a season with him, so it's not like we're best mates or anything. But fuck, man, 42. That's a
Gone too soon. That's
Gone
only
too
4
soon.
years older than us.
arguably the greatest waffle game I've ever seen played in my life. Got redrafted back to the Collingwood Magpies. 137 games with Richmond as well, I think. So, mate, rest in peace. Fuck, so sad.
Yeah.
You'll be taking Speckies up in heaven now, mate. So, rest in peace.
Well, we cover heaven actually in the pod.
Yes, we do. Where do we start with? So
Started with
was it like perspectives or something like that, or I can't remember.
yeah. It was a thought about being something back in the day that I was asking you about.
Yeah. Oh, we did we talked about some of the things that don't serve us.
Yeah.
Um,
Breaking habits, how to break a habit.
breaking habits. Yep.
Some meditative thoughts that Branchy had about.
Yes. I read in depth my
Johnny Depth, we call him.
the transcribe of a few meditations that I've had and some messages and what's happening with the timeline shift.
Yeah.
The cultural timeline shift, the spiritual, the cosmic timeline shift, moving from the Age of Pisces into the Age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
And Delby goes down some Mandela effects or an effect.
Yeah. And just a little bit of manifestation, some frequencies, a little bit of goal setting as well.
Self-reflection.
Yeah.
We hit all the buzzwords today.
Also to hijack Sammy Riches and who's just messaged me actually, and Swanee's started their pod. I also do weddings and MC work and corporate events. So if you want to hire me for a corporate event, danieldelby.com.
And how good's my manifestation yesterday? That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Good episode, Delby.
Let's get hard.
Let's get hard.
Welcome to Hard Yarns Podcast.
I am fucking fat.
Anything Chris White says, please disregard it.
5D is actually a state of being. It's a unity consciousness.
That was Hard Yarns with me, Frankie Rose. So I'm going to throw it over to your co-host.
Daniel Delby.
And Cameron Brand.
I would do this and then I'd gong.
Free in attendance for the millions listening at home. Let's get hard.
I don't know if anyone else has this. Like, I've got like 5,000 photos.
Yeah.
And I know I have to sit down and just go through and delete them because like I'm never going to go back on them.
Yeah.
And I just don't because I don't know if it gives me anxiety. I've
do it on the plane. That's when I do it.
I can't because mine are all on the cloud. So when I try to delete on the plane, it has to download it first.
Completely on the cloud. Doesn't even have a preview
I can see them, but if
Yeah.
I want to delete them, it will I need to download and delete.
fuck.
It doesn't work because I've been trying to do that.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've got like this hell weird anxiety. I've got like hours and hours and hours of weddings and comedy and footage all on different SD cards. For me to sit down and put them in
yeah.
and upload,
Yeah. We're saying.
I don't know what it is, man.
But once it's up, you're all good.
Once I start, it's okay. But that process of putting the memory card into my computer,
That's a weird one.
it gives me, I've got this mental block. It's fucked.
Do you think?
And I know how long it takes to upload, and I've got like my drive is full, which gives me anxiety, and I try to delete shit, and I don't know what I can keep and delete.
Do you think it's because so many times you've uploaded and then it's
Been fucked.
like blurry and shit? So
all my fucking past weddings, man, are so fucked.
that would be what it is, I reckon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's just like a trauma.
So much, man. It was like that. I went through like 10 weddings in a row where it focused on someone's head or fucking
back of their
it was
head.
in and out. Like,
That's what it would be.
yeah.
You just going, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Like the body keeps the score, like we were talking about before the
Yeah,
pod.
yeah.
So I won't say who they are, how they're related to me, but this person didn't believe in panic attacks. And they went into hospital and it was for, let's just say it was for a foot.
Yeah.
But they ended up having a laryn, it's where the throat spasms.
Yeah.
Because the tube was down it.
Yeah.
And they found out it's because they didn't have enough anesthetic.
Yeah.
So the person but they didn't remember it. But when they woke up, they had to get put into a induced coma.
Oh, fuck.
And then when they woke up, like down the track,
Yeah.
maybe 2 weeks later, around the same time,
Yeah.
they started having this anxiety attack, feeling like their throat was closing over.
Oh.
Because it was like similar scenario. And I just suggest, and then the person didn't believe it was a panic attack. They thought something was wrong with them.
Yeah.
And I suggested, I was like, well, isn't that the exact sort of feeling that the body, they woke up middle of the night thinking they were choking.
Yeah.
I'm like, isn't that the exact same thing? They were like, yeah, fuck, that makes so much sense.
100%.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, that would. Well, I mean, that would scare the shit out of you, regardless.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, and being under anesthetic, being awake without being able to tell anyone is one of my biggest fears.
But you love.
That's different. I've
you
got
think?
control of that.
Do you?
Yeah, for sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah, because I know it's happening, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm full like, I can get out of it. But if you've got anesthetic and someone's got a scalpel and they're cutting into you, and you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah, that would be fucked.
Yeah, that shit. That's fucking nuts.
Oh.
Like that guy that was raping dudes
Oh no, I don't know.
around Perth.
Oh yeah,
think
yeah,
what
yeah,
he-
yeah.
Now, I don't know. I think we both know this person, and I don't know the logistics or like the actual story.
Are you talking about the
taxi driver?
Taxi driver, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my mates nearly got picked up, and one of my mates was the lawyer who had to do the case.
Really?
Yeah, he said it's fucked.
Yeah.
Like-
So apparently I and I don't know if it was just bullshit or not, but the person I got told escaped the guy.
Yeah,
And-
one of my mates escaped the guy accidentally.
Right.
Didn't realize.
No, this guy went back and like got drugged and then
Oh,
and was
What?
like half out of it. And
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See that like you see in the movies where like they get drugged and they like they fight through it.
Yeah.
Reality is you see people trying to fight anesthetic.
Nothing.
You're gone, bro.
Yeah.
Your bumhole is his.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. My mate picked up on what was happening. Even
what?
though
So
he
he
was
saw the
a hectic drunk, knew what was like. It was starting to feel like this isn't right. What's about to happen? And it was only like
is that when
weeks.
the lube was in his bumhole?
Yeah, it was only weeks later where it all came out, and the guy was
So was his scenario he jumped in a taxi?
yeah
And then the taxi driver offered him drinks?
and tried to
In the taxi.
yeah, and took him back to his house and stuff, and he was like, "What the fuck is
That's so abnormal.
yeah."
I've never been in a taxi where they're like, let's go, bud, let's pop the plant.
Yeah. But he was so drunk, it's like, what are you talking about? No, I'm going home. I need a meat pie.
Yeah. Yeah, I did something like that in America. I fucking was so dumb.
Yeah.
Like I was MAGA, I was by myself, jumped in a limo. And the limo driver's like, yeah, I've got this bottle of vodka.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, you see this in the movies all the time. But it was unopened. And
In Vegas?
I'm so dumb. No, it's
Vegas?
New York.
Oh, yeah.
I was so dumb. Like, even though it's unopened, like if you're going to fucking
Yeah.
drug someone, you make sure it looks unopened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, whatever. Seems all right.
Yeah.
He ended up being all right, but fuck,
Oh,
bro.
man, I don't know. Yeah.
That was such a dumb move.
Sometimes I do think some of my own just stupidity and luck. It's luck.
Yeah.
Like walking home 2:30 a.m. in the morning by myself in New Orleans is probably a bit silly,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Anything over there where there's guns and crims.
I think it's the murder capital of the world.
Is it really?
Yeah. I got so scared because people were like starting to walk up to me. I got my phone out and started like talking to the phone, but I was recording myself, but also hoping that people would think I was talking on the phone.
That's so dumb. You've just shown them you have an iPhone.
Well,
They're like, oh, look at this
I
guy.
don't even know if I had an iPhone there because I look at my photos. They were so blurry.
What's with that, man? We look at past photos and video.
Yeah.
At that point in time, it's super clear.
Yeah.
But when you look back, it's blurry or it looks old. What is that, man? What is that phenomenon?
Does digital age?
Because like my iPhone, let's say
I
I
know
got a
that
titty.
sounds
If I got
stupid.
a titty pic
Yeah.
on an iPhone 4,
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking yes, have a bat over it.
Perspective though.
Now
what you've
it's like-
seen?
No, but like I've gone back and uploaded, not because I was horny.
Yeah.
I've gone back and looked through. I was like, oh, my old iPhone, I wonder what's on here.
Yeah.
And it's all like really sort of grainy.
Well, the cameras weren't as good.
Yeah,
So-
but at the time,
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
it's as clear as this phone is.
Yeah.
Was back.
you
Like you
think
don't remember it being.
Do you think it was that clear, or do you think now we've just had it so clear you look at it and go, oh, that's so blurry?
Who knows? Maybe our eyes have had an upgrade. If it's a simulation, maybe all of our software's upgraded. But even if you look at a photo from where...
We'll touch on that soon.
Yeah, if you look at a photo from us in the 90s, you can tell it's old.
Yes. Yeah, but
And
that's-
even
that's film.
from high school,
Yeah.
you can tell it's old.
Yeah.
If you saw the same image on an iPhone quality from 2005, would it still look old? Is it the fashion?
So
Is it the eye? You look at girls, man. That's the big one. The girls, the eyebrows are different.
fashions,
Like,
the fashion in guys hasn't changed too much. It has a little bit. Like we used to wear.
guys are girls now. So
Yeah.
their fashion, they got dresses. They're wearing denim skirts with galas.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. But I was going to start by saying Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah.
It is Happy New Year.
Is this maybe the Chinese are onto something?
I don't know if it's a Chinese. I just know that that's off the Gregorian. So the Gregorian calendar, for whatever reason, we do it in the 12-month cycle instead of 13 months. So if you go by the 13 month, this is the start.
Because the Gregorian calendar was changed by
Pope
emperors.
Pope
wasn't it?
Gregory. Pope Gregory.
What? I would never think a pope was called Gregory.
Pope Gregory or something like Pope Gregory someone.
I'm old Gregory.
Yeah, it was to remind people about taxes.
Have you ever been saved by Baptist water? Do you want to kiss my shoe?
You want to kiss? You ever drink Baileys from a shoe?
Old
Greg.
You want to go to a church where people come on each other?
Oh my God, old Greg is my favourite character.
Old Gregory, yeah, he's
almost
the best.
of all time.
Yeah.
He's so good.
This is as close to a pope as you can get without getting your dick wet.
So Pope Gregory, he changed it for like taxes. Yeah, taxes.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
because aren't some of the names of the months named after?
Yeah, after that, so Julius Caesar
And then they changed it again.
Augustus were like, no, I want more days than these other days. So they took a day from February. So that's why February's got nothing.
Oh.
So they just took days to serve their own ego.
So rob Peter to pay Paul, rob Feb to pay July.
Yes.
Wow.
Literally.
Yeah, okay. Because, people, you see these fucking Instagram reels of these guys going, oh my God, Sept is 7.
Yeah.
Oct is 8. What is November is 9? What? Yeah, dude.
But that is what it's meant to be. That's how it's meant to go, Deck. And then,
And isn't January named after the Janus, one of the gods? Or something?
Not sure. But I just know that it works out better for 13 months.
Janus is what the taxi driver was trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Your Janus.
13 months of 28 days, like the moon cycles, like the women's period, and 1 day at the end for the rest.
I definitely have my own theory. Girls do sync up to the moon 100. 100.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. Well,
That's why the werewolves are out for blood.
Yeah, well, when they were born or potentially when they began their period or whatever. We're out of
the blood moon.
We're out of sync with nature.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely.
And 13 months works out perfectly into 28 days, right? 28 days is 365, is that right? Hey Siri, what's 13 times 28?
It's 1 day left over, I think.
Is it still a spare? 364, yeah.
364 and 1 day spare.
Yeah.
Every single year you have that 1 day. And that would be the 1 day at the end of the year. That would be the beginning and the rest and the end.
Foreskin of the year.
Yeah. Well, it certainly feels like we're at that point now. The shift is here. I don't know how you've been feeling lately, but there's been something going on. And a lot of people have been reporting it as well.
Well, lately I've been feeling, touch wood, a lot more energized, but that has coincided with the McCullough protocol. I bought the cytokinase and
great.
the 3-in-1.
Yeah, sick.
And I was having that every day for the full month. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's placebo or not, but I've been able to, I'm getting up without being super tired. Like in Adelaide, the first week I was fucked. And then after that,
okay,
I got to, by the end of Adelaide was the end of the
spelling it. That could be good.
So,
mate, that's fucking cool to hear.
I feel energetic again, which is good.
That's great.
So,
but maybe fuck. There's a bit going on, I think, energetically, and like even the Schumann resonance is spiking pretty hard, which is just the resonant frequency of the Earth.
Yeah.
It seems like to me that there's something big happening and changing. I don't know. Are you feeling that at all lately? Building towards something?
I haven't. Nah, I was feeling that like quite a while ago, but lately I haven't noticed or felt anything different. I've had a bit of a shift in my own perspective, like where I wanted more free time and then have people do my like tour planning and this, that, and the other, like for me to free myself up. But I've realized I actually quite enjoy that. And I'm like, fuck it. Like I have some purpose. When I give too much away, I lack a bit of purpose. So,
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Well, before we get into all that, because you had some like reels and stuff you wanted,
Yeah.
because I've got some stuff written down that
Yeah.
I wrote, and that message that I alluded to last week. Maybe we can read through that because I end up putting the transcript on the website,
Yeah.
a blog, and a lot of people read it and were like, "What the fuck? That's incredible! It's succinct. It's certainly not a way I would speak,
Yeah.
which is good. Well, maybe it is when I'm silent.
Was it Chinese?
You know, when you're, because I honestly think everyone has like this almost not knowledge, not like inner wisdom or tapping into anything. I just think everyone's smart deep down.
I think we saw that I saw that on a reel the other day. Fuck, it's so bad that all of our lives are like, yeah, I saw this on a reel.
Yeah.
I saw this on a reel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but I was talking about how when you quieten down everything else that's going on, you can listen to your gut, which is actually the path you should be on.
Yeah.
So when you can quieten it down,
Well, this is exactly what I was saying last week. Yeah.
you feel like you listen to your gut and you're like, this is what I have to do.
And the clutter in your life, you know, your bills, your stresses, your relationships, your health, all of that, just adds to that noise that you can't, calm down and listen to that. So
your advice is to break up with your partner.
Yeah. I'll come back. We'll come back to that because that's I've written down a lot, and I want to break it down to you. So
Well, with it, that just reminded me, like with purpose, I was talking to my barber just before.
yeah,
And like he was saying that Cristiano Ronaldo, he's getting $237 million tax-free to pay in Saudi Arabia.
fuck.
Like there is a certain point where if you have all the money, you can buy everything you've ever wanted, right? So like after that, what is there? Once you've got enough money to have every material possession you ever want, what is there? There's nothing, right? There's nothing that you can... You can experience everything you want for money.
Yeah.
So what's the next bet? What do you do after that? Like
Well, the people who get there, and there's lots of people who get there,
end up giving it away.
well, they end up just going, well, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's a perfect example of
Yeah.
that. Like he's like, I had fame, I had riches, I had anything I ever wanted, and it still didn't work.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of other celebrities that are in the same sort of situation, or people who've made millions, and the example of that Gary Vee talks about all the time, crying in a Ferrari instead of being happy in a Hyundai.
Yeah.
Like the money doesn't bring it.
Yeah.
It brings security and it brings comfort. But I think
you end up doing the more meaningful stuff is where you help other people, right?
in service of
You
others,
start, and that's like,
in service of something greater than yourself.
Yeah.
I think is always like whether you want to call it God or whether you want to call it just being in service of others and making other people feel happy about. Like yours is comedy. You make other people laugh. Like that's a purpose. That's a service to others. I like that as an
it's
example.
so interesting. Like, but like we've been trained, and like there is the desire. Like, I think because the experience of getting everything and then realizing that's not it, you have to do that because
Yes.
you don't have it.
Yes.
You're like, fuck, I want it, man. And then it helps you grow and develop. So all these people that are already rich going, you don't need it. Fuck up, bro. Give me your money.
Yeah, and then
I'll
know.
figure out if I need it or not.
But you're right.
Don't just be a fucking grandstanding asshole.
You are right though. It's not it's a knowing. It's you have to experience it. It's not like I can tell you. Nah, you'll get all that money and then you still won't be happy.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
be like, oh yeah, okay,
righto,
cool,
mate.
But when you get it, then you'll be like, oh fuck, now I realize it was connection I was seeking, or
Yeah.
it was purpose, or it was peace, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, that kind of leads in accidentally. I watched a
reel.
speaker talking about Blaise Pascal.
Okay.
And it links in exactly like
Who's
that.
Blaise Pascal?
He wrote a book as a French philosopher.
Okay.
And he was like, the gamble, like if you wake up every day and you're bored, if you gamble, right, with a chance of winning, that's exciting. But if I was to have a guaranteed win when I gamble, probably that's not really exciting anymore. I'd be upset if you were going to guarantee every single thing.
Yeah.
And then
That's
the
what a job
reverse
is.
of that, if you were guaranteed to never win when you gamble,
Yeah.
you'd be upset at that as well. Because
Yeah.
you're like, I don't want to do that. It's a predetermined outcome. So to be truly like happy or present, back in the day, we would wake up and it was a gamble if we were going to get food or water or live. So you're not guaranteed the prize. You got to go out and work your way and work for it. So if you're guaranteed it, it's not exciting anymore. So what humans want is an illusion of a prize without a guarantee of getting there and to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
Which
What
is
they're seeking is security, but security comes with boredom.
correct.
So what they're probably wanting is like the unknown, the uncertainty.
Yeah.
But that feeling of uncertainty then creates discomfort. And so it's probably trying to come to peace with the idea of uncertainty,
Yeah.
which is presentness.
Yeah. Well, and then he went on to say, well, that's kind of what religion is. You've got this illusion of a prize at the end, and you're never going to get that prize until you reach the end,
Yeah.
but you're still not sure if it's there or not.
Mm.
But really, faith would say it is there.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, like, even having a punt on the footy, I would love if I was guaranteed to win. You know, like if I'm like, I'm going to bet this, but it's going to win. But it is that.
Thinking the money was going to bring you the happiness.
Yeah, I also like being proven right. My ego massively going,
Yeah.
I saw this. I
Yeah.
predicted this was going to happen. I fucking knew
That's
that.
awareness in you, though. That's good that you're aware of that. Like always helps you understand why.
Yeah, why you do it.
Yeah, you don't have to make the change straight away.
Yeah.
This is what I've been saying to a few people around me who have been reaching out and going like, oh, I can see that I'm doing this and I can see I'm self-sabotaging here, but I keep doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fuck, the first step is the awareness.
Yeah.
You're not going to fix it straight away. It's a fucking enforced habit.
Yeah, well, there you go. You know, atomic habits, like the awareness is fine, but you need a tool or a structure how to break that habit. And if you don't know, you're just going to keep doing it. Even if you're aware, you're still going to keep making that same mistake.
Yeah.
So people listening, I recommend having a listen to Atomic Habits. It actually breaks down how to identify, but also then what you can actually do
Step by step.
step by step. And it's not overwhelming.
It's good, man.
Like, I don't know if I said it on the pod last
You
week.
did, yeah.
But-
Well, it's the same. It was the same of like, what was it? Sort of,
Getting a positive reinforcement with something you're not looking forward to, like listening to a podcast when you go for a run.
yeah.
know?
And then, by making the change, like the be do have principle of like embodying the person that you want to be instead of actually.
But even that
trying
is
to do it.
difficult because you're like, well,
Exactly.
what choice do I need to make?
Yeah.
So,
So it's up for. There's no shame in going, I don't know how to just do it, because none of us do.
no, you got
So
to
you
try.
just like a step by step guide is always helpful. I love that sort of stuff, which is like why I like what I've written
Yeah.
down, because I broke down my message
Yeah.
into like I think it was 6
Little
steps, but I didn't
Maybe
write
maybe
it.
there's a book in this, mate.
Well, but I think there is, to be fair, but a short book. But it's I broke it down through meditation
Yeah.
in a more simplistic way. I wanted to make it very easy to understand. So I'll read it later. But you had some other things that you
Well, I had an idea as well. I was on the phone to a friend yesterday and talking about that choice and the habit thing. You think this is a good idea? This is completely off topic.
Okay, no,
but
yeah. It's our podcast.
now it's cognitive behavior therapy and but behavior change. There's a few theories or reasons as to why you do something. So like if I drink booze, the choice of me drinking booze, is it emotional or is it logical or is it a response to
like a
trauma?
like a coping
Coping
mechanism.
thing? So like
Yep.
some people, you'll reach for it and you're not really sure why.
Yeah.
When it comes to food, like I'm bad for it. Like I'll go and I'll get like sweets, and it might be because I'm bored or it might be, whatever. Is this a good invention? You get I'd call it like, I wouldn't call it the fat shame box, but that could be funny just for marketing. All right. Like the fat shame lockbox or the sweet treat lockbox where it goes, you put all your sweet stuff that you know is bad for you,
Yeah.
put it in a lockbox
Yeah.
in the fridge. Each day, the app will change the code.
Yeah.
So
You
instead
have
of
to work.
yes,
You have to solve a riddle or something.
yes. So instead of going to the fridge and just mindlessly grabbing your sweets,
Mate,
whatever it is,
it is a sad reality that is an incredible idea.
okay, because instead of doing that, even the app, you could use science and it would be like, okay, you want to open your sweet box.
Figure this shit out.
It's either do a riddle, which was my thing, but then the first time I was talking, it was like, what about like the cognitive behavioral therapy? Go, are you eating because, how are you feeling right now? Are you eating because you're bored? and it actually makes you think why you want to open the lockbox. Are you eating because you having a traumatic experience? If the answer is simply yes, yeah, it is. Fuck, I'm open.
So for any addiction that you may or dependence,
it's just that one step harder than it has to be.
Yeah,
you know. So
but it makes you
think
reflect
about
on it. Yeah.
anything that you have. Do you think that's a good idea,
mate? I like it. Again, I think it's a sad reality that we live in a world that is an incredible idea.
Because initially I was thinking about it as a fridge with a lock, but I'm like, fuck, then you'd have to manufacture a fridge.
Yeah, no,
if
that's
you just
good,
have
man.
a little box with a revolving code.
And yeah, I think it's good. I mean, it goes
Put
against
your cocaine in there.
It goes against your it goes against your resilience ideas where you talk about, you fucking sort your shit out, toughen up, just be good enough.
Yeah, but
be
this
disciplined.
is going into the habit thing where if you don't know how to change, you can put this positive step in place.
Because there are people who are so deeply ingrained in it. Mate, I'm the same sometimes, and I alluded to it earlier. I think it was a couple of episodes ago where I said, like, the unconscious decisions of like, binge eating, or just or smoking or drinking, and you're like, why did I do that for?
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna. Like, there was no need for me to do that.
Yeah,
and that's not a conscious decision. It's just by habit.
Yeah.
So that by it being a habit, it's taking away that actual choice, that free will, the conscious decision to do so. So I think it's a really good idea.
Well, if your listeners are on board, message at Daniel W, because what I would do,
I mean, I don't.
From here, I would set up a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And if there's enough people that think it's a good idea that chip in, then I have funds to create the thing, and I have a pre-made customer.
Anything
base.
that makes people want to be better and I guess help curb their addictions or their dependencies or their it's like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Food is a coping mechanism for a lot of people, or phone.
Yeah.
Phone, man.
Well, you can't lock yourself out of your phone because you have a phone in a phone box.
What are those? They've got some of those phone boxes where you put it in and it's locked there for.
Yeah.
You can't even open it, and you've set a certain amount of time.
Yeah, that's jail.
Yeah.
When you actually got to jailbreak your phone.
Yeah. Classic.
But yeah, I mean that's the tough one. Like even the ones that lock you out of productivity and that.
What do you think yours are at the moment? You're sort of like
my habits.
Oh yeah. Your things that don't serve. Would you know off the top of your head?
I get caught doom scrolling a lot.
I just wrote mine down.
Procrastinate.
Do you want me to read mine?
Yeah.
I'll like all of these aren't. They're not all like I do them all the time, but they're things that just don't serve.
Yeah. My main two: doom scrolling, and
doom scrolling.
The procrastination of going to the gym is the big one for me. Like I've got a mental block right now, but I ended up doing, and because of Atomic Habits, a little bit of something each day is better than a lot of one thing on one day or a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so going to strong Pilates yesterday, guys. If you're in Perth, fuck me, hardest thing I've ever done.
Mate, Pilates is fucked. Yeah. That does serve.
Yeah.
That's so good. Alcohol abuse, and I say abuse there. Like me having one beer isn't like the end of the world. But abusing it, like as in just drinking. Weed abuse, porn abuse. And I use these in reference to like over.
Yeah.
Like
porn definitely, man.
Porn's
ruining erections, man. Even though the whole industry is funded by wankers. But it is ruining, like, I remember we used to have to jerk off to a memory, bro.
Yeah, when you're younger, yeah.
Oh, and an imagination, like, fuck, what does their tits look like under that?
Well, I just got a girlfriend now, so.
Well.
Sorry. Procrastination.
Yeah.
Social media doom scrolling. Yeah. Defending my position instead of just being like, I don't have to defend.
Yeah.
It creates,
That's a big trigger. Like, after everything on the pod, like people will challenge me and I don't remember anything. I'm like, I just know. And then that's the weakest excuse because that's the woke, I just know it's wrong. It's like, nah, 'cause I don't know. I don't know fuck all. I'm just like, then I get mad at myself because I'm like, I can't even formulate a correct response or why I think this.
Yeah.
And I think that's weak, man. I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe you are right. But they come at me so strong. I'm like, fuck, you have overwhelming, anything on Andrew Tate. For example, even though I used to hate him, but I actually quite like his message. But now there's more charges against him assaulting his ex and all this sort of shit. You're like, well, maybe he is a piece of shit. Maybe that he's just trying to mask it from.
Yeah, I've changed my approach with people who disagree. Like when you can see they're attacking you, if they're in for a dialogue, cool, I'll have a little chat. But when you can see they're coming at you, they're attacking your position.
Yeah.
And it was Tyler who made me feel like this, because in our chat, he was like, well, instead, just go consider they could be right.
Yeah.
And I have been. I've gone, okay. So like someone has attacked me a lot on the COVID stuff. We had a great chat the other day. He was attacking me again, as standard. And I just changed my approach. I just said, okay, well, potentially you're correct here. So why, like, what's this, and this? And then we end up coming to this sort of like happy medium ground. And I was like, this was such a better conversation. I didn't have to defend my position. I just said, look, I could be wrong, but this is how I'm feeling, that this is what I'm seeing. Yeah. And it ended up resulting in just two people who could potentially butt heads go like, oh, we're in agreement on this. And it was so much better.
No one's ever, I don't know if you have ever been yelled at or someone forcing this opinion and you going, oh, actually, yeah, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Like, it's never worked, man.
Never, yeah.
If you come at someone like that,
you
need to let them make their own decision.
Well, I was willing to let them convince me the other way as well. I was like, I think I've got that written. Like, it was basically defending my position, being staunch, not being willing to change.
Yeah, there's no need. Like, I'm fucking tired. I get tired of, if I speak to someone who's a pro-vaxxer, I don't even bother. I'm just like, oh, cool. Like, why do you think that? And then I'll go, yeah, look, I don't reckon.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave it at that. Like, I met one of Mac Shane's friends in Adelaide. We went out for a night. Fuck, man, we disagreed on everything.
Yeah.
But we had the most civil convo over drinks and we're still friends.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool. Like,
how nice is that when you can do that? It's fucking awesome.
Because I'm like, we are polar opposites.
Yeah.
But we're still having a good night.
Yeah.
And we didn't yell at each other. We didn't fucking get mad at the other opinion.
Yeah, well, I think that's the way. It's just
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Well, but I think I'd say more so like just being inquisitive, because even if they can't convince you, completely have an understanding of why they think that, and go, well, I get why you think that though. Yeah. I don't think you're a dickhead. Yeah, I understand it.
Yeah, because you probably like if a person is telling you that, you know, oh, my fucking grandma died from COVID, you're like, oh, well, fuck yeah, your experience of COVID.
Yes.
It is a deadly disease.
Correct.
And we're all fucked.
Correct.
So,
overthinking.
Yeah.
Overthinking, I just don't think it serves me. I've just started to go, silent. When I'm really struggling with a decision, meditate on it, whatever I feel. And if I make the wrong decision, that's what it is. I still struggle with that though. Binge eating.
Yeah, I'm so bad with that lately.
It's coping. It's a coping. These are all coping mechanisms, like deflecting from something you probably need to deal with, procrastinating on a decision generally.
I think I overeat because I get guilty that I haven't been to the gym. And I'm like, I will go. And it tastes so good.
Worry and self-doubt. I think that just creates a bit of hesitation. Doing too much people-pleasing.
That was one of your goals last year though, right?
Yeah, and I said no a lot, and it really helped. And just wanted to... I've only just recently written these down. They're just things I just want to reinforce. Not all of these I have a problem with. I just know they haven't served me well in the past. Emotional reactions, which is going back on what we just talked about. Instead of standing staunch in my belief and going, nah, that's an attack on me. It's like, no, maybe they're actually correct. So emotional reactions and phones, messages, emails, got to set some boundaries. So like if I'm at home with Scotty, put the phone on charge. Fuck it off. Yeah. I'm getting better at it, but there's days where I'll be like, oh, I fell into that old trap, had the phone out again, you know.
Yeah.
And when your daughter goes, Dad, put the phone away.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
But
because things are only ever bad if you perceive it to be bad as well. Like if you love using your phone and you're getting joy from it, like whatever.
But that's
if it's stopping you from doing things you know you need to do to better yourself or help others, then that's when it's an issue.
Also, they're only for me as well. They're like they haven't been serving me in certain ways. So like for other people, like that might be perfect for them.
Yeah.
You know, like weed might be a gateway to experiencing something special for them, or procrastination might give them time to think about things, or overthinking might be they thinking things through thoroughly. Like for me, it's not serving me. So those are the things, and I'm not saying I do them all the time now. I feel like I've done really well on those over the last 2-3 years, but those are the ones just every time they creep back in too much, I think that's the ones I just want to go, oh, remember, they're not serving you. Just that's the awareness.
My number one is, I don't know what the word for it is. When you beat yourself up and you're like, let's say I go to Trigger Island.
You want to be kinder to yourself is what
Yeah.
you're getting at. But what the word is
it's like let's say I've got 8 hours,
self-deprecation.
8 hours of a day free,
Yep.
and I know I've got that 8 hours.
Yeah.
My brain's like, sit down and fucking work for 8 hours, get all your shit done.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know, man.
Because I had this exact chat with Grace yesterday.
Self-criticism, or like, it's a constant feel of wasting time, a constant feel of like, maybe it's lack of control of your environment, but like, I know I've got to write, say, 6 weddings, but if I go for a coffee, then I do a cryptic crossword, which I'm getting into, then it's 10 a.m. I'm like, fuck, I'll go for a run. And all of a sudden my long free day is now 3 hours, but I end up sitting down at 1 or 2 and getting it done anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel guilty the whole day. So I don't know what that is or how to fix it. Lately, I've just been trying to convince myself, you've never not finished it. You've never not got it done. You've always sorted it out. Stop feeling guilty and beating yourself up along the way because you know you always get it done.
Yeah, you'd be
But
kind
do I
and
get it done
compassionate
because
to
I'm
other
like,
people. Yeah.
do I get it done because I've put the guilt on myself? Like, you have to fucking do this, cunt. Like, you know?
I don't know. Mate, I don't know the answer because I had this exact chat with Grace yesterday. Just said like, what? Like, I think I told you I was trying to force myself to do nothing yesterday because that trip was exhausting. It was not. I was fucked, and then the last 2 or 3 days I still felt fucked. So I was like, no, you're not doing anything today, and I felt like guilty the whole day. The only way I could get around it was by writing it on my list. Rest. Now that's
But what do you do, bro?
yeah.
Podcast and dad.
Yeah, there's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
When I break it down, when I look at my to-do list every single day, I'm like, holy shit, man, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Eventually
it'll pay.
Yeah.
Eventually the money will come.
Yeah.
Which is, speaking of, anyone wants to sponsor the pod branch, he needs a bit of help.
Yeah. It's...
Speaking of...
I don't know, it's just... I don't know what that would be. Why you beat yourself up. Well, I don't know why you beat yourself up. Because we all do
the only
it.
person you can beat. The only person you know you can beat is yourself.
Yeah. You mean you wouldn't do that to someone else?
Oh.
Would you go...
You wouldn't steal a car.
I don't know.
Depends, man. Depends who they are. I reckon a lot of people would beat their part. Not beat physically, but when the closer you get to someone and the more you know them, the more nitpicky you would get. And like, fucking, what are you doing this for?
Yeah.
That was the husband. So.
And then generally, though, when that triggers you, it's probably because they're right.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, when you get really angry at it, and you're like, oh, what is that triggering? Oh, fuck. It's saying something about me. Maybe they're right. Or maybe my thoughts on that are reflecting what they've said.
Yeah. Well, what's happening with Back to Zero? Have you made a decision yet? You don't have
I'm
to
going to delay.
All right.
Going to delay.
Okay. Jack Delay Madalena.
Yeah, he's given me a general timeline of when he can come back.
Yeah.
I want it to be with Chafee there.
Yeah.
But 2 months minimum.
Okay.
So it's a little annoying. But I also had another one I was planning anyway, called Informed Consent. So maybe I'll just go ahead with that one in the meantime because I still want to do these things. So maybe I'll just do that in the meantime. But I'm definitely doing the same crew. And it looks like August, September, everyone seems to be free.
All right. I won't be back till mid-September.
Yeah, so potentially it could be just then.
Yep.
And then I might just go with June with this informed consent. But I'll think about it over the next couple of days, whatever feels right. But yeah, it's it is what it is. I spoke to Boris about it, and he's like, let's just pivot. Like these things come up, you can't dwell on them.
Yep.
What's going to be best for everyone and everything, how it works. I can't help that there's a bit of an emergency over there for one of our speakers. So, is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else you had found?
I want to make a comment, but I'm not. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to hold my thoughts on the adolescence doco that people have been talking about, because the headmaster of Hale has come out and said that it shouldn't be recommended as, because in the UK they're recommending schools show their kids. Yeah. Do you know that? Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't. But I feel like they're trying to as far as I've seen, a lot of people are saying they're just deflecting away from the immigration problem,
Right.
because that is a problem for young kids over there are stabbing people,
Yeah.
and they happen to be not what is pictured in the
Yeah. I
series.
mean, my thoughts immediately.
I've heard it's an incredible series though,
Yeah.
and well filmed, and I love that sort of shit. I think it's incredible when they do that stuff. But the messaging, I feel like,
Well, I mean,
is
I'm going to hold my tongue, but
Yeah.
my initial thing is it starts at home with the parents. You have good parents because they've portrayed this kid to be from a good parent home and he does fucked up shit, which probably happens. But also, like, the headmaster at Hale's come out quite boldly and he's like, we're just feeding into the, like, telling our young boys that men are shit.
oh yeah.
Like, we're just saying, hey,
Is that what it is? Because I haven't watched it yet, so
You're
I've just
from a
been
good
hearing
home.
the messaging is just trying to point the finger at white men.
yeah, it's just,
Again.
again, yeah, demonizing men and saying you guys.
And I
are
haven't
the
watched
problem
it.
with
I haven't seen it, so
society.
I'll be the same as you.
Yeah.
I'll watch it and then I'll make comment on it. But
Yeah.
a lot of people have been saying that. I don't want to go in with that point of view.
Yeah.
But it is nice to know that people are seeing that in there, so then I can at least be aware of it while I'm watching it and see if I pick up on that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, and also because it's open on my screen, if you do want to try out any of the Pilates classes, hit me up and I'll give you a Class Plus link, and we'll both get $40.
I like it. So do you want me to read that Message to Humanity article?
Yes,
The
we
transcript?
can feed your God complex.
Yes. Well, this isn't, I don't think it goes through to like God complex or like divine or anything. I think it's what we were just touching on before. Like when you get quiet, I think you just get it.
Yeah,
And I think I just spent enough time getting quiet. I think that's all it was. But could be more. Who bloody knows? But I'll find the website first. It's on the website.
youporn.com.
Yeah.
Oh, that's masturbation, not meditation.
Classic. Have you done much writing yourself before?
I write weddings all the time, brother.
Yeah, but as in like just sort of like writing about maybe a social issue or
Well,
something like that?
my New Year's resolution was to journal. I haven't journaled for the last month, so I need to catch up on all the journal entries.
Yeah, because it gives you those prompts.
Yeah,
Would you catch up, or would you just go to where it's...
I'll catch up.
You catch up?
Yeah, because at the start of the journal, it's like you don't have to do it every day. You can do, if you're feeling motivated, you sit down and do 7. And
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. All right, so I'll read this, and then you come back and say what you reckon. So this is the transcript of what I said.
Hey, trans, move on.
This is a full transcript. I put the audio into a machine. It got all the words, turned it into words, I guess. So I wrote this part. So after speaking with a friend I've been connecting with recently, he suggested that I begin recording some of my messages that are coming through in meditation. I'd stumbled into this with no intention of talking publicly about them, and honestly somewhat still doubted the validity of the messages I was receiving. So I was this is a scary move for me. Make no mistake, I was very nervous releasing this, but I've always been conscious of letting go of fear of ridicule and not letting that hold me back. I set up a recorder, and in my meditative state I asked, what does the world need to hear right now? And the following is the transcript of the words I spoke. Now, the reason I asked that is because I just wanted to test this like guidance, because I had answered so many questions about myself, but I feel like everyone knows about themselves. So I just wanted to see if I could, I don't know. I just wanted to test it, basically. So the message was, the purification of our vessels is essential for the evolution of humanity. Each of us is called to seek our highest guidance to return our vessel, our body, our mind, our spirit back to a state of zero, a place of purity and stillness. In this state, we can connect with the divine more easily. Yet distractions, toxins, and clutter both within and around us make this connection harder. And still, the divine is with us every day, even when we don't realize it. We often call it intuition, a gut feeling, or an inner knowing. But when we are silent, when we are purified, and when we are at peace, it becomes easier to hear this guidance clearly. That's the first little thing. Your thoughts so far, Daniel?
Sounds reasonable.
Divine guidance is not complicated. It is quiet, intuitive knowing of how each of us are meant to live. It shows us how we are meant to contribute to the ascension of humanity. We are we each have a role to play, whether large or small. Every role is equally important. Some influence others, some mirror our deepest fears, some seek answers, and some awaken others. But all are necessary. One cannot continue without the other. The message is simple, yet profound. Be who you truly are. Not who the outside world tells you to be, but who you are. Deep within, aligned with your very DNA, your unique path to the genetic coding, the design gifted to you. You are here to add to the ascension of the collective, as within, so without. When we collectively quiet our minds and listen to our inner knowing, we begin to walk the path we were always meant to walk. In doing so, we unlock the codes within us, codes that are dormant until peace is restored. This is why meditation matters. It is a tool to return to peace. The more we are at peace, the more we clearly hear the voice of the divine. That's it so far. There's a bit more. How are you feeling about that, Daniel?
All sounds good.
The more our inner knowing comes alive, the closer we draw to God. And yet the word God has been lost. And yet the word God has lost its true meaning. It is not simply a figure. It is not a distant or external. God is the word we have chosen to represent all that is, the source of everything, both seen and unseen. A better word would simply be is. Some call it source, the divine, the universe, the divine spark, but all it truly needs to be is. And as a fractal of this is, your role is simply to be, to experience existence with gratitude, to appreciate the opportunity to exist in this cycle of life and death. God, or is experiencing itself through infinite perspectives, and yet even this is part of the illusion. Is an illusion within its own illusion. Is everything and nothing at once. Now is the time of the great unfolding. The return of Christ is near. Not Christ himself, but the way of Christ. These are the end days foretold, not to be feared, but to be celebrated. The end days have been misunderstood. The chaos that comes before peace is part of a universal law. It is the final exhale before the plunge into a new way of being. As the veil lifts, it will become clear to all. All there ever was is me and my own experience of what we call the universe. And when the light within you fades, you cease to experience from that perspective, and so does the universe, because the universe is a product of consciousness, not the other way around. We are all co-creators, and when we realize this, we see clearly our conscious experience is the universe. It is the source of energy. It is God. You are it.
So 90% of that, I think, is stuff that you've heard and you've sort of integrated subconsciously.
Yeah.
And there's 10% of that that's just like come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Potentially.
So,
like stuff that's deep down there inside that I sort of think and feel.
yeah, because I hear a lot of that. 90% of that is stuff we've discussed before.
You are it
Or-
is an Alan Watts quote.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, it's just like framing together.
All the wisdom that I feel like
Yeah.
I've picked up over the years.
Yeah.
Which this is
But
why
probably getting meditative in that state has allowed you to
put it
bring
together.
it up and put it together succinctly without having to go,
Correct.
this, that. So
That's
it's well written, and it's like the interesting bit there was the Christ coming again with the end of days. Because you see that, I feel like there is a big resurgence in religion and Christianity. Well, just religion and belief in God and Christ. I've noticed that a lot.
Specifically Jesus, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. It is. I don't think it's anything magical.
No.
I think it's getting into that science space where all of this things, all this, I guess, wisdom or like lectures that I've listened to has come together succinctly.
Because that could all be wrong. That could just be everything that you've heard. Because if you compare that to someone else, get a homeless dude to try channel that, and he'll be like, life is difficult. You can only get what you deserve. You need to fight for every meal. People don't care.
Correct. Yeah.
You know?
But there's something
Because
deep
it's easy
in me.
for us as guys with money and fucking a home and a house to be like, fuck yeah, God. And, you know, if you're fucking out there just junkying it up.
But even in that, it says that those sorts of people are still there to mirror our fears darkness. So everyone plays their role. And I think even those sorts of people have a role.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
what do they think, bro?
Of course.
Are they like, yeah, this is my role, fucking, you go enjoy your Ferrari and I'll fucking eat the crumbs off the street.
Well, I'm going to guess that there's a bit of clutter in there that they can't hear that.
Yeah.
So, and this is why I think that's the key message was to just rid yourself of almost all clutter, basically.
Cut your dick off, throw it in the bin, as Wolfie would say.
Yeah. But I did break this down in meditation into, I think it's 5 parts. If you'd like to humour me and have a listen to these. So the great shift, the timeline split. So that's something that had been, like we've all heard about that for so many years. The shift, or the
Mandela Effect.
No, well, that Mandela Effect would come under the, I guess the theme of a timeline split. But this is the age, the changing of the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius is what has been coming through in that. And again, this is not like...
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds provocative.
Well, these are just like... This is astrological timelines, and that's using the stars and where we are within that sort of, I guess, timeline. And I know it's weird, but I've been really being pushed to be authentic and just say what I think. And this is what came up bit by bit. So it's similar to what I just written, but in sections. So this part's called The Great Shift, the Timeline Split. We are living in a time unlike any other, a great cosmic turning where the old age dissolves and the new emerges. Humanity is in the midst of a shift of the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. From the waters of illusion into the air of higher consciousness, the Piscean age served its purpose, teaching us about devotion, faith, and the dance of duality, but it also kept many bound to fear, external saviours, and the veil of separation. Now the Aquarian frequency is washing over the earth, calling us to remember that we are the creators, not the followers. We stand at the threshold of a great timeline split, one path steeped in fear, scarcity, and control, and the other in love, unity, and truth. This split is not somewhere out there, it is within. Every choice we make now, every emotion we transmute, every truth we embody determines which current we align with. The age of Aquarius invites us more beyond the structures that have caged us, and step into the freedom of heart-centered living. But this shift is not always comfortable, for it demands the release of old skins, old stories, old identities. Yet within this discomfort, there are luminous invitations to step into the age of love.
People, I mean, I like that. I like how it sounds, but people have been saying this every decade. This is the time, the shift. This is when it's going to change.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. This feels different to me. I do feel different about it, but maybe it's because I wrote it. Maybe it's my ego saying, no, you're right, potentially. I don't know. Again, and this is doubling down on a couple of sort of messages that I said. So, cleansing the vessel for the new frequencies. The human body is a sacred temple through which the cosmic upgrades flow. As planetary frequencies rise, so too does the light seeking to enter our cells, our hearts, and our DNA. Yet, if the body is dense, clogged by toxins, stress, stagnant emotions, and disconnection, the transmission becomes distorted. The clearer the vessel, the more harmoniously we can receive these upgrades. This is why nourishment has never been more crucial. Whole, living foods, pure water, breath, sunlight, conscious movement align us with organic intelligence of Gaia herself. Beyond the physical, the emotional and mental bodies also ask for purification. Old traumas, limiting beliefs, and inherited fears surface now, not to punish us, but to be transmuted. The clearer we become, the more gracefully we ride the waves of this shift, allowing us to access higher states of awareness, intuitive gifts, and a deeper sense of remembrance. Cleansing is not about perfection, it's about reverence and treating the body as a bridge between heaven and earth, which I think when you look back on those, like Jesus saying, heaven.
Did you
is,
just compare yourself to Jesus?
No, but when yes, no, when like Jesus said that heaven is within, it's not a what was the words? I can't remember the actual quote.
Heaven is a place on earth.
It's what is it? Thy kingdom come.
Oh, fuck your mum.
I can't remember the
Thy
words.
kingdom come, thy will be done as it is in earth, as it is in heaven, or whatever.
Yes. So it's the same thing.
Or heaven is a half pipe.
It's within. Heaven is within. It's not. And this is it's nice because that goes back to exactly what you were talking about earlier with your you get to the top, you get all the money, you get all the material, and then what else is there? So it's quite nice. It's actually quite serendipitous that you said that earlier.
Well, if you do want help purifying the body and getting rid of the toxins, the Fat Shame box will be available.
I agree.
In 2025.
So this is where I start to talk about symptoms. So symptoms of the shift and the signs of the transformation.
What's transmute, by the way? Is that where it...
I feel like that would be like...
That's transmuted?
Like...
quietened across two different aspects?
What's the word? Transmute. That would be like integrating. Like integrating codes or like a new idea. If you've got like a new habit that you're trying to transmute into your body, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have the actual...
the raw material was transmuted into storage, yeah. So...
Yeah, changing.
Quest to transmute led and changing one thing to another, yeah.
Yeah, so like an old habit into a new habit, yeah.
Yeah.
Symptoms. These are not ordinary times, and the body knows it. As frequencies rise, many experience what may seem to be like random symptoms. They are not random at all. Fatigue, dizziness, heart palpitations.
Oh, that's COVID. That's the jab.
Yeah, I knew you'd say it. Headaches, waves of heat, emotional releases, sudden grief, or bursts of inexplicable joy. That's been me lately, really like up and down.
Yeah, same actually.
Are part of this great recalibration. The nervous system is adjusting to the DNA awakening, and the cellular memory is clearing. Even sleep patterns may fluctuate wildly, and dreams may become portals of initiation. This is the light doing its sacred work. There is no need to fear it. These symptoms are signs of the cosmic breath moving through your body, reshaping us from inside out. Rest when called, hydrate deeply, connect to the earth. Remember to breathe consciously, and the more we surrender to this organic process, the more beauty we find within transformation. We are not breaking down, we are breaking open. Which is...
haven't they discovered that there is, in our DNA, there is like coding? Like there is almost like computer coding?
I'm not sure, but it would make sense. There is a genetic makeup and dormant DNA. Like, what do they call it? Dormant DNA?
Yeah. So
junk.
They
call it
junk DNA.
Junk DNA.
I don't think our body would have junk DNA. It doesn't make sense.
Dormant makes more sense.
If you can reactivate whatever that is, maybe that was a point in time back in the ancient Egyptian days, like maybe our DNA was open and fucking we were able to go to different dimensions.
Well, and let's not pretend I'm the first person to say
over.
this.
Yeah.
This is clearly been said by thousands of people before.
Jesus.
Even Jesus, I feel like he just...
I like to think of my Jesus in roller skates.
Jesus, Buddha, all the sages, I feel like they just tapped into that silence. They just knew what they were doing, but at another level. You know, like fucking... They lived it. They lived that knowing. Whereas people like us, we might know what they've said, but living that is a totally different thing.
Back then, it was easier to live that. It was way easier to live the shit they spoke about because there was fuck all else to do, bro. So if you wanted to sit under a tree, you could. You don't have to worry about your job. You don't have to worry about fucking the economy and inflation and your phone. You go sit under a tree.
The Unveiling, Delby. Hidden truths and planetary shifts. As the higher frequencies continue to stream into the planetary grids, everything that was once hidden is being illuminated. The Age of Aquarius is the age of truth. No distortion, no manipulation, no shadow can remain concealed under this incoming light. Systems built upon control, deception, and fear are being exposed. not as punishment, but necessity for humans' liberation. The starseeds knew this would come, the moment where the veil would fall and the great unveiling would begin. You will witness turbulence within the political arenas, financial systems, media, and even spiritual communities. Many of the structures that have dominated this realm for centuries were never designed to serve humanity's highest good. Their unraveling may cause chaos on the surface, but beneath it is clearing old frequencies that can no longer sustain themselves in the presence of galactic light. Hidden technologies, advanced knowledge, and cosmic truths long withheld from humanity will begin to emerge. Disclosure will not only come from the form of extraterrestrial realities, but also the exposure of distorted histories, manipulated narratives, and the true nature of human potential. The timeline split becomes evident here. Many will cling to the collapsing matrix, overwhelmed by fear and confusion. Others will awaken rapidly, remembering the agreements made before incarnation. As starseeds, you are here to remain calm as waves of revelation ripple across the planet. You may be called to assist those who will question everything they thought was real. You may feel the pull to guide gently as disclosure unearths truths liberating and unsettling. Remember, you are not here to resist the crumbling, but to embody the remembrance. What is coming is not the end, but the clearing of distortion to make way for humanity's return to cosmic alignment. The truth is not something to fear, it is a doorway to liberation.
So that's all interesting. I mean, I feel like people have been promising that forever. So the cynic in me is like, well, that's bullshit.
But it
then
seems
the
to be
other
the
part of
first
it-
time that we're seeing it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking volatile.
Well, just a bit about histories have been challenged. Like even now people are speaking out about World War II and what the Jews were doing before history was flipped
Yeah.
in that. And I don't know if that's wrong or right, but like I'd never heard that aspect before.
Yeah.
History amongst like slavery, like
Well, even like the way the pyramids were used. And
yeah, and
things
well, and then the new whatever that bit was about technologies or
advanced
you know,
technologies.
like finding that stuff under the pyramids.
And look, again, this is my own bits and pieces that could be exactly what you said before.
Yeah.
Just everything I've ever picked up on a little bit and me succinctly putting it together in my head.
Right, man.
Doesn't have to be magic. Doesn't have to be anything like that. But the fact that I'm wording it like this is pretty
Yeah.
cool. Maybe I should write more. Maybe I should write like this.
Yeah. And it also, like, for me, like, the cynic in me is like, well, immediately I'm like, Branchy, you're full of shit. Your ego's taking control here. You're fucking blowing smoke up your own ass.
Yeah.
But it's because I've known you.
Yeah.
Whereas if I was listening to Boris say this stuff, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's interesting.
That
You know,
is
and
interesting.
same as our listeners, people, because we've heard from you for 300 eps.
Yeah.
If we got a guest on that said the exact same thing, you'd go, oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking...
That's
That's
a
funny as that. You're like you're a meditation expert, and you've channeled all this shit, and
That's
we'd be like,
interesting, yeah.
Do you
That
know
is
what
an
I mean?
interesting thing because I do it to myself. I even said in the thing, like, I'm questioning how fucking stupid this is.
Yeah.
It was so scary putting that it's fucking scary reading this.
For
Makes me
people
feel
that
like a
know
dick.
you, like it's weird because if you make it for people that don't know you, then there's no issue.
Correct.
Pressure.
Yeah.
It's for people that know you because then comes judgment and like,
Yeah.
you know, like
That's-
what do you know?
I don't care about the people who don't know me. It is my friends. The ridicule.
yeah.
The ridicule of my friends going, oh, I know you, Branchy. You're a fucking, you're just talking shit here.
Yeah.
That's the fear.
Yeah.
And it was fucking hard to even firstly put up. I put it up on a Friday night when I knew that's the worst. Like it was footy match was on.
Yeah.
I just put it on a story. I didn't even put it up as a post, and then I put the post up later at night because I was really nervous about it. I didn't
Let's
want to
meditate on the fucking lotto numbers, eh?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. All right. I think this is the last part. So, guiding others through the shift. To assist others in this time is not to preach or convince, but to be. As we embody the shift with open hearts and clear intentions, we naturally become way showers. Many around us will still be caught up in the density of fear, uncertainty, and grief as old paradigms crumble. They do not need saving. They need to feel that love is real, that peace is possible and that there is a path through. This is offered not through words alone, but through our vibration, our calm presence, and our unwavering trust in the unfolding. Some will awaken through crisis, others will through beauty. Some will resist, while others will leap. Our role is not to control their process, but to hold space, to be the lighthouse that shines steadily no matter how turbulent the storm. Offer tools if asked, share from the heart, walk with compassion. Remember, even small acts ripple. Remember, even small acts ripple out through the web of creation, assisting in ways unseen.
Well, remember that when you answer direct messages and texts.
Yeah. It's my method of messaging back. Even last night, I messaged you back, nah. And
I can't even remember what I asked you about.
You just asked if you were asking if I had a PC.
Heard that song?
PC.
PC, yeah.
And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should have said, nah, I don't have a PC or something just a bit more. But it was just like, nah.
Yeah.
But I'm aware of it. It's good that I'm aware of, like, when I sent, I still sent, and I went, it's like I can't take it back.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
What's that? And that was the last bit. What did you say? It was like
it was remember, even small acts ripple throughout the web of creation.
But before that, it was like holding space for people that are freaking out or something.
Yeah. So just being. I think just being you and being calm in that situation and being confident that it's going to be okay, that this is all part of it. Because I truly believe now what we're seeing is a pretty fucking scary unfolding. Yeah. Feels scary.
I mean, I just think it's just the Israel leaching into every aspect of society that is being revealed at the moment. How much Israel have infiltrated America, have infiltrated Hollywood, have infiltrated anybody with any kind of influence. That's all being revealed, but maybe that's my algorithm.
Well, yeah, maybe. But even...
I got no issue with Trump raising tariffs. Like, he's looking after America first. It's sending turmoil, but it's like, stop fucking, get over it, cunt.
Yeah, look after your own
country.
Find a new
market. Yeah. So simple.
Yeah, be better.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it either. Like, the cost of living's...
Be better.
You'd be better, bro. But, I don't know. You see things being unveiled in a lot of areas, but things that we all knew. So, like, for the JFK files have just confirmed that we knew it was... everyone knew it was Israel and the CIA. We knew it was, like, that was... This has just confirmed it.
Yeah. Have you seen the interview with the woman that was the wife of the head of disguise for CIA?
No.
That's it's opened my eyes back up again. She was... So the movie Argo that Ben Affleck played, he played the chief of disguise for the CIA. So it was all masks that are so realistic you could be up close, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Yeah.
And they said it's not enough to... that she compared it to when you're putting on a performance for an actor. You set the stage, you set the props, you set the actors, and then it begins. Yeah. And she was saying the CIA is not enough to be in disguise. You need to set up the stage, you need to have the props, you need the narrative, and then the disguise comes in because everything else is set up. And that was just like, fuck. If they were talking about that 30 years ago, the things that they would do now that would have been in play for 5 years before it's even occurred, even if you look at it as a skeptic for COVID, for example, to set that stage up, they would have set up gates, things, done everything that you possibly think has already been set for you to believe in their performance. They said, we call it operations, but it's really just performances.
Yeah.
So I don't trust a fucking thing that you see after seeing that. Don't trust anything. Like nothing that is a major event that's going to cause either wealth, division, power, or a reaction, an overwhelming reaction from the public. I would just be completely skeptical.
This is why I like...
She was in charge of it for 10 years and she's saying it openly.
Because I was talking...
Or maybe that is the performance.
Maybe. Because I was talking to my barista this morning and we were talking like all these different
CIA
things.
disguise.
We were talking all these different things and I said, how fucking strange is life now? Because 10 years ago, this chat would have been like, who are the Eagles going to play this week? Like, what are we going to do? And now I'm like, oh, Israel's fucking doing this.
You know why? Because the Eagles are fucking a shit.
Yeah, well, that's true as well. But there is, and we were talking, and I was like, there's so much shit. Like, we touched on it last week with the UFO stuff just disappearing.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was it? It was there. It was taking over everything.
Yeah.
For weeks.
Yeah.
All you could see was UFOs and drones and whatnot in the sky.
Yeah, it's
and
gone.
then it was just gone.
Yeah.
What was it serving to distract us from, maybe? Or
who knows, bro? We'll figure it out, but it'll take a year or two to look back and go, oh, that's why.
I truly think they're just still subtly getting us ready. Because you know what? I had this realization the other day. I don't know what happened, but I went for a piss in the backyard. This is what happened, actually. I went for a piss in the backyard in the night. Don't know why I went out for a piss in the backyard and not the toilet.
I don't
think I wanted to wake.
Be one at nature.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always piss out the side.
Yeah. So pissing outside. And I just instantly had this fear of like, I would not be okay with seeing an alien right now.
Oh, dude, I had that on mushrooms.
And I went, like if someone who's so open to this and so wants alien UFO contact is still shitting himself at the idea of seeing an alien.
Yeah, if it came down and popped next to you.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. If they put it on TV and they're like, hey, all good. This is Blob from Zorg.
He's coming.
Blah, 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 blah.
But
what he's saying is...
Even that, though, I think would still be like...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think they'd have to go... They'd have to slowly just go, yeah, look.
Well, how's Billy Corgan? He said he's seen a shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter in
twice.
Person. Same person twice.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. He seems pretty with it.
I think this is the shift. I think all these little truths are going to start to come out. We're going to see like reality.
Well, I've got something to show you, bro.
Imagine.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's what that was behind you.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Imagine.
Oh, fuck. We didn't even think about that. We're back without
We're back. I have since been told angelic.
Straight out, bros.
Protection.
That's
protection,
right.
bruh.
That's right.
White angelic protection.
Fuck around with me.
But
I got angels on my back. Angels on my back. I got wings on my arms. Wings on my arms. Protection. Come on. Flat.
But yeah, I'm seeing that shift in like regardless of what I've written down there, there's a shift happening in something. Even if it's just economically.
There is a shift.
There's something changing there. We are moving to crypto, definitely.
Well, gold, I'm annoyed, man. I was going to invest in gold 3 or 4 years ago, and it's gone up so, like, doubled.
It's going to go up more.
Yeah. It's so secure. It's more secure than crypto.
Asset. Yeah. And it'll be interesting when they find out where it's all gone from Fort Knox.
Yeah, that's fucking Fort knockoff.
Well, when they see, like I don't understand why are the left
gone back to Nibiru.
They should be lording over someone like Elon because he's the one who's done the most for
the environment with Tesla. Yeah. The left, they can't. They just want to complain. People want to complain.
Well, this is why
they want to be a victim.
Well, shows and the other way shows that we're just tribes.
Yeah,
we've aligned with the footy team and we're supporting them no matter what. Except the Eagles.
Yeah.
But that's
what a bit of hawkball.
Yeah, so if that's what we're... Yeah,
I've been an early adopter of
the
Hawks.
you were big on that, yeah. But
and the Crows.
But they're good as well. But that's what it is. We're aligning with tribes. And so you're hating... Elon's done everything he can in your party's interest. Everything he's done. And now he's actually he's trying to find all of the fucking billionaires that have taken all the money from you and the wastage, exactly what they were preaching before. We've got to tax the rich. He's doing that. He's finding it. And yeah, look, people can argue any direction that he's using that position to help finance other things or whatever. Whatever they want to fucking preach.
Well, he doesn't have to. That's the thing. He doesn't have to do any of this.
Yeah. So... why wouldn't they applaud someone at least looking into these things?
Yeah, because there's too much fluoride in the water. They're all fucking dumb, bro. Americans, I think, are so much dumber than the rest of the world.
Are we all dumb?
Yeah, we are, man.
I think we're all dumb, hey?
Yeah.
We're the prime example.
Yeah. We don't know anything. But like I mean, fuck, I say that. I'm a dumb cunt for saying that because like you see the clips of people interviewing the left
Real
at
dumb.
rallies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's dumb. Yeah.
Like,
Well, this
or
is that-
people getting caught up in their own argument and then because it shatters their world, they just walk off. It's like,
Well, this is why I thought like maybe I was just. This is what when I said that I think last week Charlie Kirk is only interviewing idiots and
Yeah.
putting those clips up, and now I realise no, they are only idiots.
yeah.
It's not that he's only putting clips up of idiots.
Only idiots want to come and fight though. They want to come and argue.
Yeah, because they're fucking idiots.
It's the I forgot the name of it. Seeing what a dummy, but it, you know what Trump is, where you're so dumb, you think you're smart, but you're actually that dumb because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
It's the something paradox. There's a name for it. So I believe I'm the smartest, and that's
Yeah.
only because I'm too dumb to realize there's a whole wealth of knowledge that I don't know.
Correct.
So I think I know everything.
Yeah.
So I forgot what the paradox is. We spoke about it before.
Yeah.
I think it starts with a D. Paradox. What is the name?
Yeah. Because you do only. You don't know what you don't know, and I'd probably speculate there's a shite load more that we don't know
Yeah.
than we do know,
I think you're
and the fact that we don't even know it, that's the scary thing.
yeah.
The scary thing is that we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah. The Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah, the Dunning-Kruger
Yeah.
effect.
I saw something that's kind of cool though, like back to the manifestation bit. If you focus on something for 17 seconds, that frequency starts to resonate and attract like frequencies.
Wow.
So if you can focus on a thought for 17 seconds, that's all you need, and you can do that 6 times, turn that into like 68 seconds or whatever,
Yeah.
then that creates a frequency. And
Wow.
if you're thinking about, let's say, if you get cut off in traffic and you're like, fuck, that can't cut me off.
Yeah.
And you focus on that, oh, my fucking off, cut me off, this arsehole, I don't know. Then you get to the bank and someone's in front of you. Like, oh man, now this guy's in front of me.
Yeah.
And then you get to the shops and someone's got like 5 items and the person in front's got 38. You're like, oh, of course I'm in this line.
Yeah.
So that thought process is you're going to attract that and manifest your reality. Whereas if in traffic you've just gone, oh man, oh well, I'm going to have more time to think to myself in my car.
Yeah.
And you
Very
think
worrying.
of that for 17 seconds, then it's a snowball effect. So,
I like that.
just popped up.
Yeah.
Not the
definitely.
Dunning-Kruger effect, but it was the
Yeah.
trying to
But yeah, going back on aligning with ideas, and we'll talk about Elon. He also brought back the astronauts. Now,
allegedly.
yeah, this is what I'm weirded out by, because that footage is very clearly AI.
Yeah, dolphins and like no ripples and no heat.
No water wash on the boat, on
No.
the nothing.
Yeah,
Like that is either the worst. I don't know why are they faking that. And Elon's the one who did it. So I don't get this at all. I'm very confused.
yeah. It's
Why would
the
they?
whole space thing. I don't think we are smart enough to be out
Because-
in space. Is the ISS bullshit?
Is Elon really bad and he's part of the problem?
I don't know, but that's so.
Are we all completely fooled here?
He could be a bot. He speaks like a bot.
It's like I don't know what's happening. But why would they fake that? Because that's faked. That is not real footage. That is not real footage.
Well, what have they got?
I don't know.
Maybe they're aliens that are on that, and they can't show the real astronauts because they're the shapeshifters.
Well,
They're the aliens.
This is my only explanation, not the alien thing, but just like, when you, like the moon landing stuff.
You want it to look slick and smooth.
Yeah, so you put up different footage that was pre-filmed, and now people pick that to bits. And then same with this, like maybe it landed and they just pre-filmed it, so just in case it didn't work.
It just doesn't make sense. Why would you want to hide unless there's something out there that we
dolphins.
don't? Yeah.
Dolphins.
If there's something out there that we aren't allowed to see, that's the only reason you'd be hiding any kind of, astronaut space. So much of that stuff is fake. It's so clearly fake. Like the wires, the underwater stuff.
But why? Why would they fake it? Because there's fake. They do fake, like some of the International Space Station.
Ask the girls the same thing.
I
Why? Because it makes us feel good.
I spoke to a mate and he said, well, maybe they just got stuff in the International Space Station they don't want people to see.
Potentially.
Like they're just trying to to keep.
We'll never know. That's the thing. We won't know. And
Well,
that
if the
astronaut
Unveiling
guy,
is
that
true.
astronaut dude didn't want to come on the pod. Well, he did, but then he bailed.
Which one?
Your mate,
Oh, nah. Well,
American.
yeah. Nah, he went over east. So he was going to come on.
Or did he? And he just showed you a green screen of over east.
Have you? You don't follow him either?
No.
I'm not sure he'd like our podcast.
Why?
He's very
Pro-vax,
Yep.
loves liberalism.
Yep.
Oh, good. Get him on.
Hates Elon.
Fuck, all right, eh? Well, he's got building better spaceships than you.
Next
time your mates
I still
are
want him
stuck
on.
there.
I just
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
him to go.
Of course.
Yeah, I've seen your stuff.
Yeah, but well, fuck, maybe he can come on, prove us wrong. Just don't yell at us.
Yeah, correct.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
or not even prove us wrong, just educate us.
Yeah. Well, this is why I'm excited about getting this trans activist on.
Yeah.
I'm really actually genuinely excited to have a conversation with someone who disagrees with us. Which little sneak peek, we have someone coming on who was recommended to us by someone who's very I hold in high esteem, and she recommended
It was me. Oh.
recommended this trans person to come on to say the other perspective of trans activism.
Speaking of perspective, finish with the Mandela Effect.
Oh.
Because we've been going for a while and I've got
Please.
heaps to do before I fly out tomorrow.
Cool.
Nearly sold. I manifested my sellout as well. I brought Sammy on board to come and film stuff, and at that time I'd sold fuck all tickets, and now
This is what happens when you back yourself, man.
nearly sold out every venue except for Burleigh Heads. So if you got any Gold Coast people,
Well, you can't.
get them along.
Goes back to that. Your universe is a conscious creation of what you're.
It's making me
manifesting
think: do I just fully focus on teacher comedy night and make that
Bread and
my
butter.
everything?
And
No,
then
I fuck everything off, and like comedy wise, and I just do teacher comedy night
Could you survive pretty fine just with the Australia stuff
with the.
with a teacher comedy?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, well then do that.
But it's
and then-
more like I feel like it's got bigger potential.
Yeah, like
Like it could be the biggest teacher comedy show in the world. It could be franchised eventually. It could be fucking. It could be like the thing that is.
well, you never know. You
landmark.
You can always go back to weddings. You can always you're always going to do comedy. That's
Yeah.
just a part of it. And so, what would you be throwing away? Quizzes.
I just
No, you get someone else to do them. So.
yeah.
So what would you,
It would just be like going 100%, like spending 90% of my time on it instead of 15%. Like I think
Yeah.
it's got like
mate,
Sammy is right.
I was
He's
talking
like,
to Neil
it's got so
Hacker
much
about
potential.
it, and he was like, "Oh my god, man!" I was telling him like he goes on school holidays. They're staggered
Yeah.
through the eastern states.
Yeah.
And then he's got them here.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh my god, that is a fucking gold mine."
Yeah.
And I was like, he can do them every year.
Yeah.
It's not all.
Yeah.
It's like,
And the other thing, it still blows my mind. There's so many teachers that haven't been.
yeah.
But also like because it's industry that turns over, like there are going to be new teachers that have every year that's just started, you know.
But if it's like a yearly thing for them, like you could do one theatre in Melbourne a year.
Yeah.
One theatre in Perth a year.
Yeah. Well,
one
that's what I'm
theatre in
doing.
Sydney.
Perth is just one
Yeah.
theatre a year, and then I'm going to do like Mandurah, Rockingham, and different areas. And the main part, one theatre show, and
Maybe
then one
that's what it is,
smaller.
man.
So
Maybe that's what it is. I know I want to do more events, and I'm annoyed that the first one, my keynote headline, it got stuck in America. But I still already have the lineup and the plan for the next one. Maybe I should just steamroll ahead with that while I'm like, don't let it stop me. Maybe I just did
I
that.
think so.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoy it. I loved the idea of coming up with all this as well.
Yeah, it's fun. Creating a show, creating something from nothing it's very fulfilling and rewarding.
I also
especially
want to
when you
do
it.
another fun like Grin Reapers Us collab in August.
I'm away. I'm in
August
Edinburgh.
2nd.
I'm in Edinburgh. So
Well, we don't have to do it then. That would just align with 360.
Yeah.
But maybe we can just do a comedy show that night.
yeah, or we
Just a
can
fun
fly
one.
him back over. Actually, I'm
Another
going to
night.
message him and see if he wants to come to the show on Friday.
yeah.
He said he was keen.
Yeah,
The Mandela Effect is Home Alone. How well do you know Home Alone?
Fucking well. Number 1 or number 2?
Number one.
I know it very well. I've watched it a lot
Right.
with Scotty.
Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin is actually black. What? So the scene that this woman was saying was, and we need to fact check, we need to look it up. So if you do clip this up, just
Yep.
you know when they go to the nativity scene where he's hiding in the nativity scene, so he's running away from the wet bandits.
Yes.
And he's hiding in it. And Merv is like, we need to go into the church.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not going in there.
Why? What does he say next?
Oh, he's...
Because this is the Mandela effect. He goes, I can't go in there because
I can't remember, but he just says, I can't go in there because of...
churches creep me out.
Yeah.
Doesn't say it.
What does he say?
Apparently doesn't say it. I remember him going, yeah, church, ooh, they creep me out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he does that like, ew, creep me out.
He does say
She
something.
reckons-
I can't remember what he says, but...
That he doesn't say,
Anything.
yeah.
Also, here's another Mandela effect for you in that movie. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm a little
That's
loopy.
his girlfriend. Yikes. Ugh. Does he say yikes or does he go,
The nail, when he steps on the nail. When I remember it from a younger age, it went a lot further in than it went in.
Yeah, I remember it like,
Yeah, it doesn't.
what does it do?
It like a couple of centimeters, and he goes, oh, and falls back. And I was like, okay, maybe they've edited it for like, because it's on Disney now.
Possibly, yeah.
And I went and YouTubed it, and I found ones from like 15 years ago on YouTube. No,
Yeah, right. I've always,
Am I the only
man,
one?
I used to think that shit was hectic. That cunt had an iron to the face, bro.
when you think about
That is fucking a bowling ball on your head. You're dead, bro.
he's dead.
It's over.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Fucking,
Falling down the steps with
Yeah.
the ice, like you'd hit your head and shit.
yeah. It's literally like the first ever jigsaw. Like, sort of, hello, wet bandits. I'd like to play a little game with you, you filthy animals.
Or even like getting, like when he hits him with a crowbar.
When does
Like,
he
how
do
do
with
you
the
like
crowbar?
it when he tries to squash the
Oh,
spider
yeah.
on his chest?
Yeah, he's smashing
That's
it.
going to fucking break some ribs.
Yeah.
And then when he hits him back and he's hitting him on the arm, I know it's plastic in
Yeah.
real life, but come on.
Yeah.
Let's have a bit of reality.
Yeah.
I know it's a kid's movie,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not going
Yeah.
to church. So
So we'll have to check that it says, he goes, I can't go in church, so give me the creeps. Apparently he doesn't say it. So there's one for you.
ooh, I burped.
Okay.
Interesting. Burp for confirmation if you're Mandy.
What was it?
So Mandy,
Mandela effect.
Mandy J. Nelson, when she does the clearing. Have you? You should go do one with her.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting experience.
Okay.
We'll sort that out some other time. Anyway, when she clears you, she burps.
Oh, wow.
She's like
Right.
it's
For
her.
show, you reckon?
No.
Okay.
I'm.
Like a baby.
I feel the authenticity in Mandy.
Okay.
Whatever's happening.
She gave me a turkey.
But yeah, Delby, do you want to plug anything? Anything before we finish up? That was a cool
Queensland
episode.
listeners, just Daniel Delby. Actually, just go to my Instagram, click the link. Got some Perth Comedy Fest shows coming up. Hashtag the Ick is coming again. The Confessional is coming again. Christ is apparently coming again. But yeah, I've got loads of shows all around. So yeah, come check it out.
Cool. I don't have much to plug because I'm not going to do the show now. We're delaying it. I will get to when we're going to put that on. And then I am definitely doing the informed consent one at some point. So I'll get everyone updated with that. Comedy-wise, I'm getting back into it. So I'm just starting to write some new jokes. And obviously, we're doing the Dane Swan show at the Comedy Lounge, which is what?
May 21st.
May 21st.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's all I've actually started to book in. So I'm going to start to go gong, and I'm going to start to go do some open mics again and practice some new material and get the Squealing Pig going monthly again with Wolfie. And congratulations, Wolfie.
Ooh, 10K richer.
Mate, I'm not joking. I nearly teared up when I seen it.
Yeah,
Just because he
deserves it.
fucking deserved that.
Comedian of the year.
Comedian of the year, $10,000. Wolfie, and did you see his little speech?
What do you say?
I'd give it to everyone else, but I wasn't joking about the debt collectors, so I really need this. So, yeah, Wolfie, very well deserved. You're a fucking legend, comedian of the year. And I seen Johnny this morning at the gym, and he said they're going to do it again. So I'm going to do the amateur one.
Cool. All right, I'll try into the other one.
Yeah. But fucking sick.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Peace.